Interesting. Oh, because Hans got freed, right? No, that was Molotov. Or that was Rabush. Oh. Oh. This is the... Okay, cool.
Come now, father. Put a little life into your dying. You seem more cheerful priests
Oh
at
my... Wait,
funerals.
why am I playing as Goodwin? Is he my real dad or something?
I hoped I'd never see this fortress again in my life.
Unpleasant memories?
You have no idea. I didn't
Oh.
part ways with my father on entirely good terms. 20 years ago.
And now you're 2 decades older and wiser. At your Ujit's parish, you spread the word of God to your flock, and you saved my neck and Henry's too. I'd say
It's
your
all
father's
too
pretty
different.
proud of you.
None of that matters a damn to him.
Who knows? Maybe that 20 years has changed a thing or two.
You know what? Let's drop the subject. What do you plan to do now you're a free man again?
What do you think? Get drunk, woo one of the local wenches, and wake up in the morning with no hose and a head like a church bell.
Have you perchance forgotten we're supposed to be deciding the future of the kingdom here?
I'll leave that to the older.
I need to take a break.
And Dollar.
Who's that French fellow you brought here from Malashov?
The great Baron Brabant. Been everywhere, knows everything, and has the keys to half the kingdom. He's got more fairy tales than my old nanny.
Can he be trusted?
He's a blabbermouth, but a harmless one. Besides, he defended Kuttenberg, and you know how that went. If he were on Sigismund's side, he'd hardly have been locked up with me.
Do you know any of the guests here?
Most of them I'm seeing for the first time in my life. It's a pretty varied company. We've had bandits, nobles, burghers, a priest, and even a rabbi coming together here. It's like the start of some joke.
Wait a moment. Rabbi, you say? The Kuttenberg rabbi?
Yeah. He came with a retinue. But for now, they're keeping mostly to themselves. Maybe you should go and welcome some of them. After all, this used to be your home. And you're a spiritual man too, so you should have something in common.
I wouldn't be too sure. But I suppose I can try. How does... Oh,
No, why?
but I said...
Indeed,
Oh, don't...
in that...
Eric's.
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg.
Bro, sounds like he's about to die.
Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Do you want to make use of the council to improve the status of Jews in the city?
Not at all. However, we would like to give the council something it is sorely lacking. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole
Makes sense.
land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. But we did not get off to a very good start.
Or maybe you'll get to know each other better. He should be coming here later, by the way. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From
What?
Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith
Oh,
by the
shit.
name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he
Wait,
certainly didn't
what?
act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in
Not that he knew of.
and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobula, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. Okay.
Greetings, sir.
Greetings.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Like, well, I'm not.
I knew right away we'd hit it off. How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense and only lost it.
That needs some explanation.
Oh, misère.
So, be so kind as to enlighten me.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only
Whoa.
due to my acquaintances in a court that I escaped execution.
Oh. I thought it was Henry who said...
My neck was not at risk in Maleshov. I may have still been a prisoner with my personal freedom restricted, but they never broke my spirit.
Giga Chad.
You say you're a poet?
Jamais. Is poetry enough? I think not.
Where have
Oh.
you been on your travels?
Has to be the proper mood.
But of course. I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest...
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome. A pleasant fellow.
I bet.
How come almost nobody here knows you?
I am operating, as they say. Incognito. My great benefit is my strong connection with the French court. There, everyone knows my
This guy
name.
reminds me of the French guy
Here in
from The
Bologna,
Boys.
I'm still building my reputation, slowly, but...
Yeah, I bet you are. That is a liar, though. Not a good reputation. But whatever you say.
Dear friends and allies,
He does look like Sigismund,
in
honestly.
these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next?
Bars.
Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary. And here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have
And that's what you
torched
wanna
all
do.
our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess. Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame?
Yeah, and then they'll just come back next
Well-planned
summer
raids, and
anyways.
we could have him in our fists.
At what price? Have you got
Oh,
men
shit.
to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
Yes.
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That horse son
Oh,
won't fall
shit.
easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
And with nothing
Uh-oh. This isn't good. What is this music? It's so
Friends,
intense.
We'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Like, you guys need to think this through. I already had a plan.
Just as expected. Good health. And yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have
True.
expected a bit more sense from Jobst of all people. He made
Yeah.
amateurs
Just to throw it, throw it all out there.
Angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein, and you
Nice.
must be Godwin, the son of.
That's not a thing I've ever
The Son
boasted
of God.
How do you know that?
I have my sources. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering.
Is that
Oh.
so?
Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
Scary.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has certain shortcomings.
That's a weak word.
And the way it stands at the moment, he'll never get the support of the council. But I have an idea how to change that.
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy the ones who want peace.
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws of his own volition, as Jobst proposes, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
Oh shit.
When Sigismund sees that, he'll be off to Hungary all the sooner. At a gallop.
Exactly. Sigismund's army is demoralized and weakened. And besides, he's running out of resources. He's able to tackle
He is?
fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves. But he won't engage an equal force on the battlefield.
But he can't retreat either. That would be a disgrace.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths, and also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome, because it would mean slow but certain defeat for all of us.
Tell me a bit more about those people, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Certainly. Who do you want to start with?
Botchek of Kunstadt. I know the name, but I can't quite place him.
That's just the thing. He's got massive estates, great influence, but he holds back. He doesn't play the big game, because he doesn't like to take risks.
He doesn't need to.
Goes for the sure thing. But once he's made his mind up, not even a pair of oxen will hold him back.
But that wasn't very helpful.
Wasn't he a Kuttenberg councillor?
He still is. The only one who retained his position after the city was taken. Only he's here,
Interesting.
instead of cozying up with Sigismund in Kuttenberg. So his days in the council are numbered. But he'll continue to have a strong influence on the guilds and the rich burghers. And that's why we need him.
Anna of Waldstein. The widow of that rich mine owner. What was his name?
Wenzel Bartosz. And I'm not surprised you forgot.
I was quite surprised to see her here. Assemblies like this are more of a
male affair? So far, Godwin, so far. Anna is holding back and behaving like an exemplary young widow. But don't trust appearances. She's got claws, she knows how to do her sums, and she certainly has no love lost for Sigismund.
And what use can she be to us? Apart from her late husband's money, of course.
She's as sharp as they come when it comes to trade. And she knows a thing or two about diplomacy. There are wicked tongues that claim Bartosz acquired most of his wealth thanks to her. And that it was thanks to her that he died, too.
Oh, shit.
I'll get
I wish us
success.
Imagine I get wasted.
I'll tell you, nobody has the likes of these.
I'd like to check your horses out.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you...
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest.
I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my...
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with...
I'll talk to you later, Father. This is important.
You're in my home, so you'll talk to me first. What is it you want?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up, then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze.
I can't believe he's still alive.
The archbishopry to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked
Goodwin
him
looks
out.
so old.
And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
I wouldn't set foot here if I had a choice. Better to be a priest in some backwater than have a father like you.
How dare you?
You're as shit a father
Boris.
as I am a son. We've got nothing to blame each other for. And now let me speak to Alder.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
I refuse to fight. I'm here as an envoy, not a jester.
You've got no other option.
Mm-hmm.
You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence.
I lost
Have a word in
reputation for
private
that.
with Lord Odorin.
Crazy.
Second, as he desires, and then...
Out of the question. This uncouth lout needs a lesson. And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be proud of.
You want satisfaction? You'll get nothing but shame. As always. Suit yourself then. We'll fight. Come to the outer courtyard, but quietly. We don't have to put on a show for the crowd.
After you.
Well, that's that. Now, where were we?
Shouldn't we rather...
No, Christopher would sort it out, you'll see.
Oh, cocky yes.
We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel.
Damn, I still got blood on it.
Stay back.
Wait, we're using real swords? Holy.
You never saw that coming.
You won't see this coming. I was trying to do the master parry, but it didn't work out.
You don't know which end of that thing is up.
You son of a bitch.
Left arm lower.
Not bad for a priest. That was sneaky.
Swing with your whole
What the
arm.
fuck was that?
Not just your wrist.
Dude, it's so funny. Everyone's like, what the fuck is that? What are you doing?
Son of a bitch. That was sneaky.
What's wrong with your legs? Cover your right side. You've got a gap there I can drive a cart through. Stand firm. Otherwise the first strike will put you on your arse.
Happy?
God, where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. You didn't teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war. Right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Aye. Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
Not at all. I remember him the same since I was a nipper. When I was 6 years old, I fell off a horse and broke my leg. He wouldn't talk to me for a week because I'd let him down.
First time he took me hunting. He let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days. He got soft.
I always wondered who you were. There was never much talk about you at home.
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled and boozed until they threw me out of my own parish. But now, I have a chance to put things to rights a little.
And that's why you want to talk to Alder.
I've got to get him on our side and to cooperate with us.
Aren't we all on the same side?
Maybe everyone's saying that. But it's time to put it into action.
After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it.
You're gonna do it.
Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me. And tell me what it's all about.
Yeah.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Mar doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
You... Wait. How do I go back inside? God damn it.
And that's exactly why we mustn't push.
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his lips and someone comes along to put a flea in his ear. Yobs comes up with a plan as full of holes as a beggar's shoes, and now you're all jostling to win me over for him.
On the contrary, I've come here with an idea how to improve it.
Does that improvement include a few thousand men-at-arms? If not, you can go to the devil with it.
It does.
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got
I'm just raising
but not my money.
his hand. It's funny.
Are we not on the same side?
We are, but an alliance is of no use if it doesn't also guarantee safety.
Doesn't that seem to you a little cowardly?
If you hesitate to kiss a bear's ass, is that cowardice or sound judgment? I have a lot of property, lots of subjects to look after, and along with that, the Lord blessed me with a large family. I can't risk it all in a conflict with Sigismund.
So
you could, though.
That you won't be left standing in the cold if you openly oppose Sigismund.
My guarantee is called Yitka. She's my niece. If I succeeded in marrying her off to another strong house, I'll have the certainty that I won't be left alone.
Maybe it's enough to find a suitable groom among the allies.
Perhaps someone of
Maybe.
suitable standing who Yitka would also gladly accept. I don't want her to be unhappy.
I believe Liechtenstein is single.
And an uncertain party. Besides, he's inconvenient for Sigismund. Yitka could end up being a pawn to blackmail both of us.
God.
How about young Lord Capon?
He's a youngster still.
He may be young, but he's got something between his ears. He's got battle experience. And when he gets the estate that's his by right, he'll be well secured for life.
If he gets it. Right now, Hanush lords over Rattay and seems quite happy with that state of affairs. On the other hand, the lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon. If he agrees, we can celebrate our alliance.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. Hanush is the one to decide. If he agrees, I'll be happy to support your plan.
Pushing a friend to tie the knot to save the kingdom. Things have come to a pretty pass.
The kingdom will not forget his sacrifice. Now stop dilly-dallying and go and tell Hanush.
Yes, sir. I'll go talk to Hans first. Dude, that'll be crazy if this ends with a wedding.
I've got some good news and some bad news for you.
The bad news is there's hardly any females in this whole damn place. There's
Hey, I got you one.
standing there with two young girls, but she watches over them like a mother hen. So at least tell me the good news.
You're going to get married.
Good one. Is she at least pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen her.
You're really a barrel of laughs, Godwin. Wait till Hanush hears this. Now, enough nonsense. Let's have a drink.
To your health.
I don't think he wants to get married, I'll be honest.
I will, if he so much as...
Wait, where's Hanush? Hmm.
A knight.
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us a powerful ally.
And who is it? I hope it's not one of those Kuttenberg stuffed guts.
On the contrary,
Of course not.
It's Bocek, the elder of Kunstadt and Podjebrad.
Kunstadt? By Christ, he's the last one I'd have expected to step up. How the hell did you do it?
Well, I explained to him how such an alliance could be mutually beneficial.
Mutually? What do you mean?
He's got a pretty serious personal interest in this... bond.
Stop beating around the bush and spit out what you promised him.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstadt. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstadt's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could
Oh, really?
be the abbot of Sasa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Oh God.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, I probably won't get... Oh, actually, I'm getting almost... I'm about to be passed out drunk. But at least I can handle it. He's on here.
That's exactly why we mustn't push too hard.
Wait.
Sir Bocek, your niece Yivka can start preparing for her wedding.
So
Crazy.
Hanush agreed. Without reservations.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill my end of the bargain without reservation.
Thank
That's sick.
you, Lord of Kunstad.
What a giga chad.
We'll have a drink. What do you say?
Sure.
Cheers to the beautiful Lady Yitka.
I probably won't get that wasted, right? It can't be that bad if I do. Right? A bargain? You're crazy. Alright. That's it? I thought there was... Where's Anne? Do I just need to find her somewhere? He said she was hiding it. She was waiting in the corner. Oh, I think I'm too drunk to walk around. Or to run around. Where the hell is she? Oh wait.
I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the empty prick. He didn't tell you anything?
Oh, hello.
God be with you, noble lady. There's something
Holy.
I'd like
Oh,
to
I'm
ask
getting
you.
drunk. God damn it.
What would that be?
Your diplomatic support. And your money.
No beating around the bush, eh? I like that.
It's because I'm wasted.
Margrave Yob's plan has some gaps, milady. We need to gather enough resources to...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ.
Exactly.
Be praised. You're astute.
I should say so. All sorts of people have their eyes on my money, and divining their intentions is a necessity. Although, between the two of us, it isn't hard to figure out what Liechtenstein is after.
Hit the nail on the head again, Mom. You're well informed.
I am rarely mistaken.
I'd say you have a better nose for people than most of this crowd.
Not only for people, but also for good food and wine.
Makes sense.
Beneficial deals.
Then you're in the right place. This occasion provides all of those things.
The wine here is average. The cooks lack imagination. And I
Oof.
have yet to hear any interesting offers. So, to the point. What is it that Liechtenstein wants from me?
Nothing more than support and resources for an army to parley more effectively with Sigismund.
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
It's not only your money we're interested in. You're well able to negotiate and trade. And if you were to take part in our plan...
Then I'd be helpful to you on 2 fronts. If you want me to support you, you must give me a good reason. Perhaps a favor in return.
Do you have something in particular in mind?
Well, one of the guests here has something that shouldn't get into the wrong hands.
Oh.
Who's that?
Harmon Alder. Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him, I would support your proposal.
All right, I'll help you. Or at least I'll give it a try.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he
Oh,
left
that's not
in the
too bad.
shed on the outer courtyard. Bring them to me, and put these there instead. But watch yourself. Odorin's groom has eyes everywhere.
Shouldn't be that bad. I'm only kind of wasted. Kind of crazy how important they think Goodwin is. There has to be a reason, right?
What brings you here?
Oh.
My goodness, friend.
Aren't you a bit bored?
What's your problem? The horse?
God forbid. But
not really.
What does very hard mean?
Is that so? Why? Like, let's stop drinking and... Yeah.
Easy.
As if I didn't have enough on my plate already.
Queen, Your Highness. I got you the papers.
I've got those papers from Alder for you.
Quiet! You don't have to announce it.
With all the clamor going on here, I can hardly hear my own thoughts. Here they are.
You're more capable than I expected. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. And now you're part of the bargain.
As agreed. I will support Liechtenstein's
Nice.
proposal with both words and money.
Thank you, noble lady. God will...
That was such a worthwhile task.
To our bargain, Godwin.
How could I refuse a toast with such a fine lady? To your health, Lady Anna.
And to the success of our efforts.
Liechtenstein.
I'm still hoping it worked.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise our goblets to the successful conclusion of the negotiations.
Is this supposed to be your secret weapon?
Like I said, miracles happen where you least expect them. Tell me, Godwin of the House of Odorin, what news do you bring us?
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the widow of Waldstein and Sir Bojek of Kunstad will support our cause.
Both of them. Good heavens, what did you promise them?
This is going to be a long story, and I could use a drink. So if you'll excuse me, my lords?
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. Yeah. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made
He's like,
clear
yeah, stupid
at the
idiots.
meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that
has now changed.
Oh shit.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects. Not only the Christians, our community, and not only ours, will give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
Hell yeah.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
I thought he was gonna tell him. Oh no, poor hens. I mean, I did warn him.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush,
I mean, you were gonna have to
and
do it
I
eventually, Hans.
will
Come
set
on.
out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
Ooh. We did it. Easy. Poor Hans, dude. I almost feel bad for him. Time to serve more drinks, I guess.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear
Oof.
real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields?
True.
And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from
Oh,
right
shit.
under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Kill all of the
Bergos
Jews.
did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere. Point them to the Jewish quarter and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see, all you have to do is make sure the city rebel
Oh
gets their
god.
share.
I'm gonna
You could
face
at least
Eric.
manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants. Chicken shits. Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
He's like, I don't want to lose my money.
Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you? Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swillpot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth.
Wait, I only got him one
This whole
drink.
council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Zarjits, your insolence just cost you your place on the council and a month in the dungeon.
But
hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not, put him in the pillory for a while, bailiff.
I'll see to it as soon as the council is over, Your Majesty.
All I hear from you over and over again are
You're like, no, right now, get out.
And results? None. I therefore place the city council under the authority of Sir Marquardt,
Oh God,
who is present here, with immediate effect. He will make sure you finally do your duty.
But, sire, that would be a violation of the privileges granted to us as a free mining town.
who asked?
Silence! I am the only guarantor of your rights.
Mhm.
You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them.
True.
During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps tolerated. But that
Wait, what a
is
Giga
over.
Chad. This guy seems like such a good king.
Simple tasks. But instead of working on them, you idled in the baths and lined your pockets. And let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed.
MAGA.
But unlike my brother, I
MAGA.
am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars,
Bro, this guy's like Trump, but on the good side.
councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city
But it's democratic.
and increase mining output. I want clear results, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. No one else.
Oh shit.
The council is dismissed. You.
I'm over.
Don't go
Glazed over. Oh shit, I can hear more.
Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry.
Our?
And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Margaret, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Maybe a little bit. But yeah.
Rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
Insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
Damn Jews, dude.
Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the king's cup?
Oh shit.
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all
You
sides.
don't want anything to drink?
Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago.
Tragic.
Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the master of ancestors' reign brought us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
Dude, this guy's so cool.
More time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here.
Seriously.
What are their lords of?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
The privileges?
Willing to make peace at least among themselves.
Yeah, no, seriously.
To sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp's nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
You will follow in his
Vipers are worse than wasps?
But the wine is good here. To your health, Marquardt.
He's like, you're making me blush. He just wanted an excuse to drink more.
And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
Bug. To your health. And then I just chug out of here.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemaker.
Also, I bowed wrong, but we're not going to talk about that.
While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Rabosh. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Oderin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No, we shall have white.
Oh?
We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Rabosh falls, others will follow.
Guys, I'm gonna pass out. I'm running out of sleep.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
You sure?
Here to the square and pointed at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have something to tell your children and grandchildren.
To victory, sire.
To today's, and those of the future.
Bar is my lord. Oh my god, we're going back here? Or is it, are we gonna play as Hans? That would be kinda cool. I think they don't want to give us Hans because they don't want us to know what his stats are like to judge whether or not he's actually doing what he should be doing. Ew. Did I poop myself? Because I'm wasted?
How would you like a wine, The art of winemaking has a long
We're all
tradition
drunk.
in La Belle France. Recipes are passed on from father to son. I myself was practically even the French. The king
That's great.
himself had wine delivered for his table.
I expect his lordship had the best barrels rolled out. Now, if you'd only known he had a real connoisseur.
Best barrels. Mon ami, this wine would perhaps be suited to the infirmary, where it would suffice for cleaning wounds and easing pain. For that, taste.
I tried it. It doesn't work very well.
Little consequence.
Wait, what?
I'd like to drink a toast with you to our... So, to brighter touching. Come now.
I never had one.
Truly?
Well, maybe once.
See now. Only there's nothing... Fuck.
Really?
I've got a tongue like a slice of weak old bread.
Well, get something wet for us then.
His lordship is so unsteady.
To hell with that keg slop. Your father, surely. I had my eye on him all evening.
Oh my god.
He had pitchers brought from and left the rest of us to drink cheap dregs. Try and find one of those.
You can bet on it.
I don't doubt it.
I can't believe I lost reputation because he didn't like our wine.
You're right. I don't know about you, but I can barely stand.
This is so funny. It's probably gonna be the only time I'm actually gonna be surrounded by a lot of drunk people, which is kind of cute. I guess maybe unless we consider the wedding, the dry devil, more like the wet devil.
He's a fucking bore. These old farts here have no idea what fun is.
Well, what are you missing? There's wine, food, even a few females worth the same.
I'd rather have a game of...
Well, let's have a game then. But for what?
For coin.
Let's make it
nice. If I'd known you had that kind of...
Wow. Ooh. This is way better though. Beat that. Imagine he gets 1500 first roll. I would cry. Cool. Alright, he's getting unlucky as hell. Wait, I don't have any broken dice, I just realized. Oh, no way! What is this game? Wait, did I just get... No. Ew. Alright, we roll again. Wait, is that 3 6s? It is. GG's. I'm making Godwin rich.
Want to roll some dice? Sure.
Oh, okay.
Playing for...
I might have...
And what might...
Let's keep it a surprise.
What the hell?
You bet it.
Oh god. Please give me good RNG again. Alright, just need a 1. Or at least a 5 to keep the streak going. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm a fool. No way. Okay, that's not that bad. Blessed. God damn it. Alright, he only has... Oh my god, what a crazy ass motherfucker. Ew. Dude, so unlucky. We roll again. Wait, I just busted. God damn it.